What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Of course, if you need a roof, give us a shout, 364-1007. Name of the new roofing company coming any day now. We are coming to you here from Lower Manhattan, New York City, right here at the base of Freedom Tower. And actually, I'm right here at the site of the World Trade Center. So the memorial is here. The museum, is here behind me, and I'm here at the site of, I guess this would be the North Tower. Still like really humbling and incredible. The fountains aren't on. I don't know if there's if you've never been here. Normally there's it's water flows through the memorial here, and they're not on right now. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're doing well, here you go. Memorial's North Pool is undergoing cleaning and maintenance. Still amazing, humbling, and awesome in scale and scope to see, but also very pretty impactful still to see. Just going for a little morning walk. Hang on, I'm going to resume my walk. There we go. Been walking for 54 minutes. I started my hotel on Broadway and 18th, and I was like, I'm just going to go south, see how far into Lower Manhattan I can get. Maybe get toward the Trade Center side. I don't know, maybe get toward like New York Stock Exchange. I just kept walking, like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running. Got me a coffee, and here we go. Randall, is it still cold in New York? So yesterday, the high here was 81 degrees. Woke up this morning, it's in the 50s. It's like 54. So I'm glad I brought a long sleeve shirt. And it is foggy, as you can tell. Kind of a gray morning, not exactly spring-like here in the city, but like this, that's still pretty incredible. Like that's Freedom Tower. Imagine going to work in the clouds. It's crazy. Rooney, what up? Big City Scone. Taylor Hudson, how was the dinner last night? Great, really, really cool. So for those who don't know, I'm in New York for it's weird. I kind of won a dinner thing with Gary Vaynerchuk. It's only about 20 people. So, and got a +1. So my buddy who works in the city came with me last night, and happened to be his birthday. So pretty cool. So yeah, man, it's 2 hours. But the weird thing is, so it was from 7 to 9 Eastern, right? So my body clock central, it's like 6 to 8. So the thing wraps up, it's 8 o'clock, and I'm like, and it was like it was champagne and caviar. So it really was just like, it was heavy hors d'oeuvres, right? But I hadn't eaten, so I needed to go get dinner. So after that, we went, ate dinner, got to check out Rocco's Steakhouse. So checked another great New York steakhouse off the list last night. But we finished, and it's like 10:15. So in my body, it's like 9:15. I'm like, well, I'm in New York. I'm not like going to sit in the hotel and watch Sports Center. So I got an Uber back to the hotel and just kind of walked around the block, and I found a bar around the corner, sat, drank a beer, and the guy brings me my check and closes me out. I'm like, are you kidding me? The city that never sleeps moniker is total crap. Everything in New York closes at like 11 o'clock. So I did end up finding a CVS, buying a beer, a Bud Light, by the way, and went back to my room and watched Sports Center and then fell asleep. That was my wild and crazy night. But the event was cool, very cool. Greg Duga, you gonna get me a knockoff starter jacket with those oversized logos? You know what, Craig? If I see one, you're on. Amen, Randall. Brian Pinton, or Brian, excuse me, yeah, Brian Pinton, good morning. Bubba Smith, Brett DeGrow, Big Apple Scone. Patrick Berglass, morning about how was dinner? Awesome. What did you order? What have you heard about what the Pels do this offseason? I don't know, man, but I told y'all yesterday, the Pels quit on us, so I quit on them. I was at that event last night, didn't watch a lick of the game, don't care, checked the score, saw they lost, wasn't surprised. Wish I had bet it, didn't. Oh well. Whenever they get into the off season, I'll care again. But I'll tell you, man, it is super hard to try to muster up any give a darn, when they don't. You know, like if you as a fan care more than the players do, that's a problem, and I'm not down with that. So anyway, whenever they get, oh, that's a really cool shot right there. All the old buildings right there. I don't know if y'all can tell. Old architecture is really cool. You know what? I want to find New York Stock Exchange, but I think I'm a block away. I was gonna go walk over that way. I need to check on my phone to get my map, but I'm using my phone for this. Anyway, to your point, Patrick, listen, man. When they get into the off season, if and or when, you know, they get into all that. You know, if they look at a trade for BI. I mean, at this point, I'm okay with whatever they elect to do. I mean, moving on, like from anybody. You trade BI, you want to trade Zion, like I'm good with whatever, personnel wise. I don't think there's any sacred cows. You don't get to collapse over the last month of the season the way they did and then absolutely quit in the playoffs and just maintain status quo. So I ain't down with that. Hunter Broadhead, good morning. You think there's a chance Rattler could start over Carr? I was thinking Russell Wilson situation. Maybe. But remember that Russell Wilson situation in Seattle is what you're talking about, I assume. Seattle signed Matt Flynn, as we all remember. But Matt had only played in a handful of games. You know, he had that one game in Green Bay where he threw for 6 touchdowns. And so, Seattle signed him, but it wasn't like he was a veteran who had 100 starts in his career. So that's the big difference with Carr, right? Like if Rattler comes in, here's the thing. If Rattler wins the backup job, which I'm not sure he will, I think you brought in a backup like Peterman with the intention of, hey, it's the same thing as like Trevor Siemian a few years ago, or Andy Dalton. If something happens to your starter, if your starter gets hurt, you have an experienced backup that can keep or when you brought in Jameis to back up Drew Brees, you have an experienced starter that can keep the wheels from falling off. Rattler would have to be awesome in camp to win the backup job, and then I think you'd have to have like an injury or something to Carr, which I'm not cheering for that. Don't get me wrong, I don't want anybody to get hurt. But the example I've given before is it would have to be like, it would have to be a situation like when Drew Bledsoe got hurt and Tom Brady took over, or when Trent Green got hurt and Kurt Warner took over. It would have to be a situation like that. Like as a rookie, you're not just going to go win the job in camp without having ever played. There's a lot of GL. Did you pick up a Rolex for Ryan? No, but if I see someone with a blanket with them strewn about on the side of the road, maybe I will. Tommy Primo, Brent, good morning. Barkley was wrong. The Pels don't deserve to go to Galveston either. They should go to Grand Isle. Hey man, I love Grand Isle. Jerry G, Michael Boudreaux, what up? Deborah, good morning. Earl, let's go Yankees. Rex, Craig, it was a joke. Those things are hideous still to this day. I don't know, Craig. I like those oversized starter jackets. Might have had a few back in my day. Taylor Johnson, Michael Cook, what up, y'all? Yeah, story of the day, the Lakers eliminated. You know, I've been walking for an hour and 3 minutes now. I got to decide if I'm going to keep walking or if I'm going to Uber back. Because I essentially would have another hour walk back. Oh, man. Merrick waters the NBA still blackouts. The game was on NBA TV and blacked out on the North Shore. I have YouTube TV. I don't know. That seems really dumb. I'll never understand not allowing people to consume your product who are actively trying to consume your product. But then again, the NBA has done quite well for themselves, so what do I know? Bill Caffey, good morning. Listening live as I work deep South Texas near the border. All right, man. Be safe down there, Bill. Jason Horn, Wood Hotel. W Union Square. So that's on 18th. And the event last night was on 18th. So I mean, I was a block and a half away. So I just picked the Marriott property closest to where the event was. So I think that might be the New York Stock Exchange. Just trying to find the big bull statue, you know. Jason, kicks of the day. If you can even tell, just some New Balance. They're really comfy though. All right, don't smash that like button if you would. Subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, like, and that was go to page shows, folks. We appreciate y'all. Mitchell Milano, I think we need to temper our Spencer Rattler expectations. Had most looks like Baker Mayfield with a much more talented arm. Hey, Mitchell, I want to be very clear. I don't have grand expectations for Spencer Rattler. I just subscribe to the belief that he is a great physical talent, right? Like he probably had the best arm of anybody in the draft. But we've seen quarterbacks with great arms not be great NFL quarterbacks. So that's not my point. The thing that I'll continue to say is, for a fifth round pick, especially when, like, in the NFL, you're not winning if you don't have a quarterback. We all know that. You have to have a great quarterback. You're not winning a championship in the NFL. In the modern NFL. So I don't believe Derek Carr is that guy, and I don't believe Derek Carr ever will be that guy. So what are your options? You better go draft a quarterback. And so you drafted a super talented quarterback, which I love. So I'm pumped about that part of it. Oh, there it is. I'm out there. This city is so wild, man. Always something going on here. There it is. So I guess, some construction going on. For a fifth round pick, you can take a swing. Okay. What are you going to do? Draft a developmental safety? I mean, what's the big payoff if you go boom with Rattler? I mean, he may never play a game in the NFL, but to take a chance on a fifth round pick, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm almost positive we're coming up on the New York Stock Exchange. I'll show you all when we get up there. I recognize the facade and the flags out front. A little hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that's it right there, if you can see. Rooney Pels need to trade anything and everything they can get. Yeah, he said, but In the NBA, obviously, depending on the year, I mean, you may have the top 10 picks that actually materialize into great players. I mean, look at what you've done with your first round picks. Jackson Hayes was a first round pick. You know, come on. I'm not interested in picks in the NBA. It's just not the same thing. You got to construct your roster with veteran players and young veteran players, and then hope you land on a couple of stars. And you thought you had it with Zion and BI, and then you could supplement with a veteran like CJ, and you drafted well. And you know, I mean, that was the hope, and you just missed, man. You know, you haven't been able to pull it all together, and the disappearing act in the playoffs and in the last month is just sucks. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, yeah, this is the New York Stock Exchange. All right. All right, ladies and gents, how about this? Hang on. I wish I could turn the camera on this thing. It won't let me. I'll just turn the phone. Cliff Nelson, what up, Chuck? Uncle Chuck. There you go, guys. There it is. The New York Stock Exchange. I don't know why I just did that like I was an auctioneer. Yeah, it doesn't. Let's see. So there you go. New York Stock Exchange. It says it right there. How about that? Morning Scone from the New York Stock Exchange, Freedom Tower, and other parts of Lower Manhattan. Nicholas, we talked about Rattler. Craig, I had a Notre Dame one. I'm guessing my mom got on a clearance rack at one of those discount stores. Starter jackets. Cliff, Don Juan didn't have NBA TV either. We're forced to watch the Celtics win. Oh, that's my bad. That's right. Cliff Nelson, noted Celtics fan, Georgia Bulldog football fan. Kelly Gross, Barry Day, Damon Gilmore, Mitchell. Yeah, no worries. But I got you. Fans are excited. I mean, look, fans should be excited. Fans can fan. I think I gotta go back the other way. I'm just drifting. I'm definitely gonna end up taking an Uber back to my hotel. It's been a good morning walking around. Jamie Leday, Thomas Lamont, catching a Yanks game while you're there. I'm not. I literally landed yesterday at 4, had the event at 7, and I am. That's a cool view right there. What other live stream show will give you views of Lower Manhattan and the New York Stock Exchange and Freedom Tower? I'm flying out today. My flight leaves here at 2:25. Good, I'm going this way. Okay, perfect. Sorry, you're probably looking right at my nose. I think, yeah, it's one block up. The bull statue thing is over here. I'll go one more block and then I got to start heading back toward the hotel. But I'm going to Uber back. I'm not going to walk another hour. Leon Williams, James McKinney, Pete G. Toasty. Can you give me a Rolex? No. Craig. So Craig said, if you had to choose New York or LA. Craig, it's so weird on this walk. I was literally thinking about that very question, honestly. Like, not even a joke. I was literally having that conversation in my head with myself here as I walk alone. And for me, it's very easy. It's New York a million times out of a million. But for the weather, which might be the trump card. Like, because if you gave me sunny and 75 all year and the beach and everything, but so they're obviously very different. New York, LA is very spread out. New York is on 13-mile aisle and everything's vertical. But the energy in New York is, I think, unmatched in the world. So for me, the city itself, New York, a million times out of a million over LA. But the weather in LA would be hard to pass up living there, man. Like, gloomy and cold and rainy, and so I'm like, that's why I would never want to live here. Matt Plavidal, what's up? So bored last night. Today is day 18 of the new company name. It was April 12th. I went back and watched. Okay, you said 24 yesterday. I told you it hadn't been that long. But yes, Matt, the name of the new company, the new roofing company, will be announced any day now. Cortland, Wendell, hey Dad, good morning. Randall, when Van Gundy lost, they ran him out of town. First thing smoking. The difference with Van Gundy though is there was a total disconnect with him and the players and ownership and management. It was just like the whole thing needed to be restructured. Like that was cutting ties at the right time. You know, Willie Green inherited a terrible situation and has made the Pels a contending team, a playoff contending team, but you wonder, like, have they hit their ceiling with Willie Green? Higher floor, maybe lower ceiling. With Van Gundy, the floor was low. Vaughn, what's up? Rocky Killian, Richard Horner, Jonathan Martin, Matt Plavidal. Okay, I think we're done. Well, I was going to go find the statue, but I don't care that much. It's 9:50. Oh, it's 10 o'clock here. I'm doing the math in my head. My flight's at 2:25 Eastern. Probably need to leave the hotel at noon. That should give me plenty of time. Okay. All right, y'all. Just gonna try to give you one more. All right. Police everywhere. Police, run. Okay. Oh, I did find it. I knew I was close. Hold on. I found the bull statue. Oh God, look at all the people waiting to take pictures with the bull statue. Hang on. There it is. There he is. There's your guy. The bull. Who successfully made a bulldog and a shih tzu. There's definitely a little kid, like in the back, like touching the bulls. Oh, no, it's not a kid. They're touching the bull's scrotum. Look, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see the lady in the green pants right there? She's taking a picture. She's like leaning down and literally putting her hand on the bull's balls. Like, not even joking. I wonder if that's like good luck. I don't know. Culturally, like, are bulls' balls like good luck? I really don't know. There you go. There he is. We found him. The bull statue. And with that, everyone, smash the like button, subscribe up to the channel, and Facebook, like the map, Scone page, share the post. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.